Hi everyone, it's 3 a.m. now, and today marks the first day of my adventure to China. My flight leaves at 7 a.m., so that's why I'm up so early. And before I talk about anything else in my vlog, though, I just wanted to thank Freeman Asia for helping me fund my internship abroad. I'll be vlogging throughout the trip, and I'll be posting at least once every week, so expect that. It's my first time vlogging, so I hope it will be good and, not too awkward. My goal is to have a mixture of fun and informative vlogs, so fingers crossed that I achieve that. Anyways, I'm gonna get ready now. It's my first time flying on international waters, especially by myself, but there's always a first for everything. And it's also my first time needing two luggages, also another first for me. Oh, what? I can't flip it. Okay. That's my luggage and my carry-on. Thanks, anyways. Update you guys soon. And getting to the car. Yay, it's dark. Woohoo! What a great way to start the day. See you guys soon. Yeah, có rồi mommy. Finally made it to my apartment, and it looked pretty not the best outside the apartment building, but oh my gosh, once I got inside, it's beautiful. Like, they even have a freaking bicycle in the living room, and the bathroom, the toilet is super special and whatnot. Cool. All right. I'm gonna go to my room after I show. Oh, there's another. Cool. Nice. So this is the living room, the TV. Awesome. They even have free water bottle. Kitchen. Ooh, rice cooker. And we have our laundry stuff, and this isn't my room. I'm gonna go start packing now, but I actually freaking love the apartment. Hey everyone, it's 7 right now, in 7 p.m. right now in Beijing. I just got back home from work about 20 minutes ago, and I left work around 5:30, so the commute is kind of like an hour. So sorry about the delay for the vlog. I'm supposed to try to get it out every Sunday, and I'm one day late, but it's just one day late. I promise I'll be better about it. So this vlog's basically going to be about me talking about things I've experienced so far in Beijing, and then some of the cultural differences that I've noticed in there, or some of the social differences, all that jazz. And so for the first week, I didn't really go to work yet. It was more of a transitional period, so I won't be talking much about work for this vlog. So let's just start off with the airport. When I got to the airport, I was super scared I was gonna get lost, but I actually met this Chinese high schooler who was studying in the States for a while, and so he and I were having some good conversations, and he guided me to the airport, and I found all the other CRCC Asia people, so that was pretty good. And of course, I think most people experience this, but you get nervous. You're like, oh, who are these other people who are coming? I hope they're cool. I hope we get along. And I'm super lucky to say that yeah, I actually really enjoyed talking with the people I saw. I don't hate anyone. Not to say that I usually hate people, but I have a good group of people. So it's great. So yeah, anyways, after leaving the airport, we were in a car, a big nice car that had AC on, thank God. And there are four lanes 4 lanes. Yeah, I think there were 4 lanes. And we were driving on the highway, and then everything suddenly turned into like 6 lanes. Like there were cars, like there weren't lines anymore. Everything was like blurred lines, and like cars were everywhere, and honking was everywhere. And I was super annoyed because I'm not used to the like constant honking that is always there in Beijing. I actually found out that in China they had to like do different testing for the cars to make sure like the honking was like optimal or something, because honking is very like rampant in Beijing. Uh, yeah, I think it's just because literally like everyone is like trying to just get to their destination. Like laws don't exist anymore. Like I see cars like ignore red lights as if they can make it. Um, and so the honks are just like to warn people like, hey, like you're gonna like get it, you're gonna crash into me if you keep going. So it's really scary actually, and I don't think I would survive if I had to if I had to drive in Beijing or China or just the really populated places. So yeah, there's that. I realized that people who drive in Beijing are super aggressive, and there's a lot of traffic, and they don't have emergency lanes sometimes when it gets, or there's just no emergency lines because it becomes like another lane. So after the airport and then being transported away from the airport, we got to our hotel. And so prior to going to Beijing, I checked out the hotel online, and the pictures look completely different from what I was seeing currently. And I was getting really nervous here. I was like, oh man, like, is this one of those things again where like they just have like really good Photoshop and like really good cameras? Because I'm gonna be here for two years, so I was hoping that it wouldn't be sucky. But thankfully, when I got into my apartment, it was really nice actually. I have a video of it, so we'll see it soon. But anyways, like I was like super amazing, like amazingly happy. Like I was just off the walls. Like yes, like hallelujah. Like this is like bigger than the bed that I sleep in at home. And then after like moving in all my stuff, the CRCC Asia people asked if I could relocate to the 5th floor, and I was on the 10th floor, so I was really sad because I had just finished packing up. But it's okay, because I like the room that I'm currently in now too. And yeah, it's really interesting. I have to, so after the first roll of toilet paper is used in the bathroom, I have to go get toilet paper myself. So yeah, that was a thing that I had to do. And the apartment, it has a bicycle in it, which is really cool, like the exercising bicycle. So like sometimes when I'm too lazy to go to the gym, I just use that, and then I feel good about myself. And yeah, they charge you if you use too much electricity, too much water. If you get the bath towels dirty, they'll charge you because they don't want to wash it. That's what they said. If it was dirty, they wouldn't try to clean it. You just get charged. So I guess that's fair. Yeah, I think. Yeah, whatever. So that was the apartment. Ugly outside, but really pretty on the inside, which is the most important thing. So after we all got settled into the apartment, CRCC Asia took us out to get some food. And I was super excited because this is my first time eating Beijing food, so I was like, yeah, like I'm gonna have my Beijing food experience like now. I'm super excited. And some things like I like immediately noticed was that usually in America you just have one dish and you like eat it all for yourself. But in China, it's more like family style. You get like a lot of like small dishes or like big dishes or whatever, and you just share it with everyone. So that was interesting. After that one day where like I found that out, I was like, okay, like this is what I'm gonna do from now on. And so it's really nice actually. And also the food is amazingly cheap. I absolutely love it. Like you could eat one meal could be like $1 pretty much. Like a good meal that would fill you up. And I think I paid like $3 for like a really big entree and then two appetizers. It's insane. Because I split it with someone. And oh yeah, like we went to the market too, and it was really interesting seeing how cheap some of the commodities were, and then how some of them weren't. Like, so for example, like the food there is like extremely cheap, but if you check out butter or milk, it's a lot more expensive. And I'm just gonna say the alcohol is like insanely cheap too. Like, it's kind of mind blowing how different things are. Yeah, like I could buy like a small pack of Skittles, or like if I wanted to buy a small pack of Skittles, it would be extremely expensive actually. Like it would actually cost more than the Skittles you buy here in America, and it's even like in a smaller package than that candy. So it's kind of crazy, which is fine with me though. Cheap food, because that's what I'm mainly going to be eating, you know, as opposed to like butter, milk, and candy. But also, cleaning supplies are pretty expensive there too. When I say cleaning supplies, I mean like health and bath and body stuff. Also, yeah, quick tip, like if you ever go to a restaurant and they serve you like water that's not hot, it's the probably tap water, and that's really gross and terrible for you, and you don't want that. And also, if they ever serve you ice, that's also really bad because most likely the ice that they're using for your water is actually tap water that is also still really bad. So the best way to go is water bottle or really hot water. And so something really interesting with me is that I like absolutely can't handle like hot stuff. Like my skin's like really sensitive to it. But like because I've been too cheap to buy like 50 cent, no, it's less than 50 cents. It's like 40 cents worth of water. Or like a water bottle is 40 cents here pretty much. Something like that. But anyways, since I'm too cheap to do it, I just boil my water all the time because I'm like, yeah, saving money, and I'm really good at like drinking hot water now. Like it's great. Like I'm adapting to the Beijing environment. Also, it's super hot here, obviously, but it's a dry heat, so that's better than Virginia. I feel. I think like Virginia is like the same level of hotness, except it's humid AF sometimes. Um, and so one of the things I did during my first week was go to the Forbidden City, and it was amazing and crazy at the same time. I had spent at that point I spent $10 to have to go into the Forbidden City because I didn't have a student card, which would have made me have to pay only like $3, and I like was about to cry having to pay that $10 because that was like the most expensive thing ever for me. Like that was literally like more than anything else I've spent so far in one go in Beijing. Just to like let you know like how crazy the how crazy cheap some things are here. And so when I was talking with the ticket guy, trying to find a way if I could like possibly get like a discount because I am a student. I just didn't have a card to prove it. This old lady comes out of nowhere and she like shoves me and she's like blah 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 blah. I just say blah 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 because she was speaking too fast for me to understand her Chinese. But basically, she was like really angry that I was holding up the line for like 3 minutes, and so to me, I guess I just spoke. That was like incredibly rude, but I guess it's like more normal in China, so I guess that was something different. Like I would never imagine someone doing that in Virginia. And also like on the way to get to Forbidden City, I had to take the subway, and the security there is much higher. For example, I was holding a bottle of water when I went, and essentially the the security guard was like drink some of the water to make sure I wasn't trying to poison anyone or like there wasn't anything really bad in it. But I didn't understand what the person said, so I like downed my water, which I like was really sad about after I realized that that's not what she asked. But anyways, like yeah, like they check your water if you have it, because I guess poisoning people is a thing. I'm not sure, but anyways, it was really interesting seeing how like tight security was because there's like a lot of security. And then another thing that's really important that I learned in Forbidden City was that usually like when you go to public, like you don't have toilets. You have like these holes, I guess, and you do your business in them. So that's interesting. And always bring toilet paper because apparently like people really like taking toilet paper or they just don't want to refill it. So I didn't have to learn by experience. I just knew. And Forbidden City was like really cool, even though it was super packed. I it was terrible because terrible and amazing at the same time because what a great view I had. Like, and I also went to Jingshan Park, which is right across from the exit of Forbidden City. So, just to let you know, like, Jingshan Park is like this really big, beautiful park with lots of like greenery nature around. But also, it's very popular for something called the Jinshan Hill, which apparently gives you like a really beautiful like panoramic like best view of Beijing and the Forbidden City. So after walking for like 6 hours or something to get to the end of Forbidden City and also like to walk around because we got lost or something, we decided like hey like let's go up this hill, like it's gonna be a great view, and it was worth it. It was super worth it, but it was painful at the same time. I'd still do it again though. And Forbidden City was it was really packed, but again like a really great experience. Definitely like a must do. Like I'm gonna hit all the touristy things for sure because I'm gonna be here in Beijing. Like it'd be such a waste if I didn't do that. And we got lost trying to get back to the subway, so we were like out outside in like the burning sun for like a good like 8-9 hours trying to find our way back. But again, like what a journey! Like it was a great time. We all got sunburn after. I even applied sunscreen, but it's okay, no worries. And to top it off, something memorable that really happened to me during my first week was that I went to go eat street food at like 4 a.m., 3 a.m., whatever time, just because I felt like it, and it was really nice. The food was again like you pay like $1 for like a very filling big meal. Like I ate something really popular called janpen, and I'm not quite too sure about the ingredients, but it's like you get like flour and then you god dang it, I wish I could explain it. Just imagine it. I can only describe it really as like a Chinese burrito. I'm super sorry if I'm offending anyone, but it kind of looked like that to me. And it was super good and like 2 times the size of a Chipotle burrito. That's how I felt, anyways. And it was like all for the price of like, I don't even think it was $1. And if it was, then it was just $1, nothing more. And anyway, I was having a great time because I was with some people who spoke Chinese a lot better than I did, so they could communicate with the vendors when I couldn't. Oh, another thing is that you when you go to Beijing, you really have to know some Chinese because basically no one knows Chinese really. So it's been a really cool experience for me, really pushing myself to speak and speak Chinese and better my Mandarin. But anyways, something like kind of sad happened when we were talking. We basically found out that those vendors were migrant workers, and it was sombering. Yeah, and we found out because like after like we were just talking, making some small talk, they like immediately like pulled out their phone and was like, these are our kids, and we're like, oh my gosh, that's so nice. And then we found out they're from Taiwan, and then we were just talking about their life and their kids and whatnot, and it was just touching and sad, and there's a lot of feelings, but um, yeah, um, not much I want to go on with that, but yeah. All right. So sorry for this kind of really bad or awkward, not bad, I take it, alright, bad, awkward vlog, but I will do better. I will be on time, and I promise over the span of 2 months, I'm surely going to get better at my vlogging skills, so bear with me if you watch this. Thank you for watching it. I hope it was somewhat slightly entertaining for you.